Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yessik Ziiq here again today with Banazma, the resident magic card expert. Say hi, Banazma.
Hello.
I am way too happy about this tonight. Have you noticed that?
That's because you're drunk.
Yeah, that's probably true. But today we are doing single-player sealed play. So I have actually used one of my two decks, and as you can see, my first deck is rather strong, on the stronger side, and the second deck is going to be created by me and Banazma. So we start out with 6 booster packs, which we get to open one by one, and then we build a deck out of the cards we get. So let's open the first pack, and I will be mostly bowing to Banazma's advice, even though I'll be doing most of the talking, because I'm just sort of a chatty fellow.
I see that, or hear that, rather.
You hear that rather loudly, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so things that are exciting for me in this hand are Acidic Slime, which I see over there, Essence Scatter, Ravenous Rats is decent, and other than that, I can't really see anything that's incredibly worthwhile in this hand, although I will remember I do have this as a rare card.
Yeah, no, green's pretty good. You have Overwhelming Stampede, the Acidic Slime, like you just said. You have Maya Worms, okay. Not sure about in this format, though.
Doesn't seem like something I would use. Too high of a casting cost for not enough reward.
It's fine. Sometimes the big guys just get there. Other noteworthy things are Gravedigger. Charging Griffin's okay. I mean, Flyers are always good. Volcanic Dragon's good.
I remember in one draft I actually made a very good white flying weenie deck that did me quite well. So let's move on to the next booster. So far I'm looking at mostly green. We'll
and
see
red.
how...
Slaughter Cry's a decent combat trick.
Okay, so let's check out the next pack and see what we have. Pack number 2. I'm really hoping for an extremely rare card, even though it may not happen.
And Redirect is a god-awful.
Yeah, that is a really bad draw, but I am noticing we have
Briar Pack Alpha is so sweet.
Briar Pack Alpha. We also have an Oaken form, which I know is a good card.
Yeah, it's okay. Depends on your build. Rampant Growth is pretty good. Windstorm's a good sideboard card.
So it seems so far like we are probably going with a green deck,
yeah,
to be honest.
Like, let's see here. Giant Growth's a decent combat trick. I mean, we still have, in terms of removal, we opened up Pacifism and Assassinate.
Are those both Pacifism and Assassinate? So one's red, one's white?
No, they're on the screen. One's white, one's black. They're okay.
So I'd say so far it's looking like white-green might be the best option for us,
Possibly.
to be honest with you. But we'll see when we have all of the packs open.
Yeah, we might as well.
Let's open Frost Breath here. I decided I'd take you through the...
Grave Titan.
Oh, that changes everything.
Well, also Nighthawk's in this pack, which is also very good. We had Assassinate from last pack, and there was also that, I think it was Gloom Hunter. It was the 4-mana bat that drains people.
So maybe at this point we should go green-black, because I'm noticing we also have another Giant Growth here.
Giant Growth, you don't need more than one most of the time.
As well as another Oaken form, if we want to have enchantments.
Really want to. Other good notables are Shock and Young Pyromancer, but that Grave Titan is a really good one.
It kind of pales in comparison. Maybe we should go Mana Ramp Grave Titan?
Probably. And we have Vampire Nighthawk too, so... Anyway, we'll move on. Green-black is looking pretty good.
Green-black is looking very good to me right now. Got Ring of 3 Wishes.
Ew.
I unpacked 2 Mythic Rares.
But this one's god-awful.
Remove a wish counter from Ring of 3 Wishes, search your library, and put that card in your hand. That is awful. For a 5 cost? 10 cost?
Yeah, it's awful.
My god, that is the worst Mythic Rare I've ever seen. Another Shock, interestingly enough.
Yeah, those are fine.
As well as a Sliver. We haven't really got enough Slivers to do anything with them, though.
No, there was like only the white Sliver I saw in like a couple packs back.
Slivers can make for a very good deck because they all complement each other, but at this point we just don't have enough to make it work.
Nope. Unless like the next 2 packs are all Slivers. I mean, Baloth's pretty good for green because 4-mana 4/4s are actually really good in sealed or limited because most of the time you get 3-mana or 4-mana 3/3s.
But I'm noticing here we have gotten a hand with no black and only 1 green, and that green I'm not a huge fan of.
He's good.
So let's see what goes on here.
Fog's okay. Brindlebore.
So I'm noticing we have a Distress here. Distress is only good if you mix it with other things that have
Rise
discard.
from the Grave is a bomb.
Rise from the Grave. I'm noticing a very high casting cost in general, though.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Only got Terramorphic Expanse to go 3 colors should we need it.
Where's the Terramorphic here? Oh, there it is up there.
It's fixing.
We may have to splash red in this deck.
Or white, depends. It
Or
might
white.
be Naya or Jun.
Well, so far red is looking the best with a lot of shock damage and direct damage. So this time I got a Runescar Demon. That is way too expensive to put in the deck, even as I'm currently imagining it.
Pretty sure it is. We might just run it, because it just, you know, you play your Runescar Demon, get Grave Titan, how do they win?
But we do have Sign in Blood,
Yeah,
which I really like.
good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And we
There's
have
another Blood Hunter bat right there.
Giant Scorpion.
Yeah, that clogs the ground. We had opened up one earlier, so that helps too. Rock Egg's another good notable.
Okay. Defender. Oh yeah, that Rock Egg's pretty good. I do remember that. We got 2 staffs in this. They both look horrible.
No, staffs are awful.
Yeah, those look bad. Tormented Soul can't block and can't be
I don't
blocked.
think we'll be playing those. Tormented Soul was good back in M13 and M12 when we had Exalted and Blood Rush, respectively.
So for now, this is all the cards we get, but as we play through the campaign, we will be getting more cards over and over again.
Oh,
I think
excellent.
3 more packs total is what we get.
Excellent. That is mighty fine.
So I'm going to instantly add the Grave Titan.
Like, can you remove things?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm just wondering. Put the Runescar Demon in for now. We can take it out later.
Now, there is this nice little thing here, although it does not actually do a great job. It can test some synergies, but some things just can't be tested by it.
Of course not.
So let's start by adding black cards.
Black and green. Just black and green.
I'd say we just start with black to make sure we have...
Now, we know we're playing... Actually, you know, maybe we might abandon green. Cower and Fear is not bad, but we don't need a main deck. Rise in the Grave, you play. Like, there is no arguing about it.
So we have these 4 cards, and they're all 4 very good cards, indisputably.
They're just high. Yeah, they're just high power. Anyway.
But they are incredibly high casting cost as well.
Yeah, that's fine. We're playing black.
So let's just go for the black first. In Constructed, often, Elixir of Immortality is quite good.
But not so much in Limited, it just slows them down. Or, yeah, slows your opponent from killing you, but doesn't actually help you win.
Let's actually do a good thing here and just instantly choose black.
Gravedigger. Gravedigger.
Gravedigger, by the way, I'm going to zoom up on it. When Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Grave Titan, which is another huge notable in this, because it's our rarest so far, is whenever Grave Titan enters battlefield or attacks, put 2 black zombie creatures into the battlefield.
He's basically 10 power for 6 mana, which is really good.
This guy here, when Runescar Demon enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library.
Yep.
Which is kind of amazing.
Rise from the Grave is Reanimator. It should be self-explanatory. If not, I will explain in the comments somehow.
Gravedigger is also a Reanimator, Graveyard from the hand.
He's semi-Reanimator.
Semi-Reanimator. And Flying Death Touch Lifelink is what we have here for 3 mana.
Yeah, he was insane back in Zendikar.
Which is pretty incredible.
This guy's pretty good too. You put him in your deck.
Put both of them or just one?
Put both of them.
It's looking pretty high cost so far. We have to find
matter.
some way to balance this out.
That's why you're gonna put the Giant Scorpions and the Assassinates in there.
Don't we only have a single Assassinate?
Yeah, that's fine, but we're still playing it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Sign in Blood?
Yeah, put it in for now. Probably not. I don't know about Distress.
Distress is not good for any deck that only... It's very tailored.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say here.
I know, it's very good if you can drop it early and really disrupt them, but our deck does not appear to want to do that. Ravenous Rats is fine.
I'm going to put in a Ravenous Rats just to decrease the total casting cost.
Yep. And it also disrupts. That card is not useful at all.
No, 1 damage.
To target opponent.
We got so many of these.
And we can't use them in our deck style.
No.
Alright. Let's move on to... Actually, let's check out blue for a second, because we have lots of blue, apparently. Oh, 3 of them are Harbor Serpents. We can't use that.
No, those are way too... I can't believe I drew 3 Harbor Serpents.
Well, they're common, so they're pretty bad. We don't have enough instants or sorceries for our Chaomancer.
We do have Essence Scatters, 3 of them.
Yeah, but we're not going to be countering too much.
No.
I mean, Bell Tower Sphinx is okay. Fog Bank's okay, but that's about it.
It's like Fog Bank and Bell Tower. And
yeah, pretty much. Sleep, no. Blue's just... well, it's not garbage.
if we got anything notable, we would have noticed it for blue. So let's turn that off.
I was just being cautious.
Now, I think the choice in here is either between fire or forest.
Now, let's check out white, just to be safe.
Check out white first.
Because once again, we had, like, pacifism.
1 pacifism.
Sentinel Sliver's a fine bear. Condemn, rock eggs are fine.
Damn. I'm not sure if I like white in this situation.
I understand, I'm just double checking.
Prevent all damage. I hate prevent damage because it's such a passive card.
Yeah. Nope, doesn't look like anything too awesome.
In Magic cards, you should pretty much have every card in your deck either be incredibly defensive or make progress towards your victory condition.
Yeah. Well, there are exceptions to that rule.
There are exceptions, but it's a fairly good rule for a beginner to live by.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, if your strategy involves somehow increasing your defense or increasing your life, which it can, add the cards, but if it's just going to stalemate for 1 round, it's probably better to add a card that would increase your chance of winning, or increase your speed of winning.
Yeah, no, Safe's Passage, you'd rather run a bear.
Yeah.
Also, pure life gain, it sucks. 4 of these? Wow.
This is too many of these.
Yeah, that's too many.
The reason I'm thinking that this might be a good thing to put in is actually just for the rampant growth.
Yeah, I know. I was saying that earlier. Rampant growth's sweet.
Rampant Growth is a great card. If you look here, it's search your library for a basic land card and put that card onto the battlefield tapped. So that's pretty much a 2 cost to instantly give yourself another land.
Yep.
Great card.
Yeah, it was one of the most played cards back when I was playing Constructed.
Not to mention Acidic Slime, Death Touch, and it can destroy lands, artifacts, and enchantments.
Yeah, really good too. Briar Pack Alpha is also really good. He blocks, well, he just comes in.
He can pretty much instantly kill a card that your opponent isn't expecting to be killed.
He can kill 2 things unexpectedly too, if you play him right.
Yeah. And along with that, there is an enchantment in this that I really like. 3 cost for plus 3/3.
Well, the thing is, what does our deck want to do? We're not playing this in our current build, because we're not trying to pump up our guys, we're trying to play defensive and then play Grave Titan and kill people.
I think you're correct. So maybe Giant Growths, Acidic Slimes, and this guy here?
Yeah, if we were playing green, we definitely play him, but for now, let's go back to red.
I'm almost thinking we should play both red and green.
Yeah, we might have to, but it's very sketchy because...
But we do have 2 shocks in our first draw.
Yeah, but that means we gotta have an early commitment to red.
Well, if we put in like 2 red mana, and also over here, Terramorphic Expanse.
Well, you're gonna put that in the deck no matter what, so put it in. Alright.
So I'm not thinking... I do think we go red, but I really, really don't think we go with anything that's higher than a 3 or a 2 casting cost. Because really our problem right now is how ridiculously high cost our deck is.
Yep. We didn't get anything low cost now that I think about it.
There's like Ravenous Rats and Sign in Blood.
Alright, well, we definitely need the rampant growth, so I think we really... Let's put in our green and then see what we're short. Okay, hold on, go back.
There was nothing back here.
No, we're gonna play that 4/4/4/4.
Really?
He's mid-range. He's middle of the pack enough, and he's got enough of a body that he might make the cut. We'll take him out if he's bad.
You have to look at our mana balance right now. It's looking pretty high.
Well, also we gotta fill in for playables. Put Brindleborn. He is making the deck 100%.
I do like Brindleborn. I have him in my other deck actually.
I'm not a fan of him, but in a deck like this, you need him.
I'm going to put it in the giant growths because I have to have some defense.
Only one.
Only one?
You might play Fog in this deck. You might.
I think I will.
Just because it's enough to stall for a turn, and it might get you to your crucial 6.
So we only want about 24 cards in this deck, I think it is? Or is it less?
No, because we're so high, we want to be 23, 17 land, possibly even 22, 18, but... Alright,
and I think that's everything we can put.
Yep, everything else is sideboard. I guess we go to red then.
I think we absolutely have to splash red.
Yep, I guess the shocks are coming in.
Like, at the very least, both shocks and maybe even these silvers? Slivers?
No, one power is not going to do anything.
Turn one. We could do the fire cats.
Defensive fire cats. Well, they trade.
They trade, and they trade well.
Yeah, we might have to, but first let's see how many cards we have in the deck. 22 cards in deck, eh?
So we only need maybe one more red card here.
Indeed. Let's see what else we got. No,
way too high.
Volcanic Dragon.
We do have a Pyromancer.
Well, I'd rather have a 1, or no, he's a 2-1. He's fine. I'd rather have a 2-1 than a 1-1.
And it does have a red element. Okay.
No, it makes a red element if you cast an instant or any instant or sorcery.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you know, he's probably not gonna make us many tokens, but we need him as just a bare chump blocker.
Ooh, that's only put our deck strength to weak according to them.
Well, guess what? We got nothing else.
Adjust lands automatically to start?
Yeah, and then we'll decide.
They tell us that we have a strong deck. I'm not too sure about that though.
No, this we opened pretty shitty. I'm not gonna lie.
So what they have is 3 fire, 12 swamp, and 7 forests.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, I'm not entirely sure how to
Hold on, let me just... Can we see the white one more time? Real quick.
The white was real bad.
1, 2... Well, see, we got actual bears in here, that's the thing. And we've got...
The bears being?
Your slivers.
Oh yeah.
And they even have vigilance, it's pretty great. And then we got pacifism, which is a hard removal spell. And I mean, these flyers are probably better than the green.
Excuse me, guys.
Ruined.
And after a short audio cutout and a bit of deliberation, we've decided to drop the red and go with white instead. I've been convinced due to slightly lower cost and some pretty major slowdown. So the type of deck we're going for is pretty much a very small amount of mana ramp in green, with white and black as the two main colors. And oh, what did I just return?
I just returned the Nighthawk, like the best card in the deck.
So our main damaging cards are all going to be black. A card to kind of accelerate. Do we need Brindlebore?
We kind of have to play it because then we're short on playables. Also, if we can actually play him, he can slow down the game and gain us life.
Yeah, so we're basically playing high damage black, low damage, easy playable white, and a bit of splash of green to slow down / mana ramp ourselves.
Yes. It feels bad splashing green, but these packs were just god-awful.
They weren't that awful.
I mean, like, seriously, 3 Yavimaya Worms and 3 Harbor Serpents? Come on.
So now let's let it adjust the lands automatically, because it tends to be pretty good at that. And it tells us our deck is strong again, which I'm pretty happy about. Cause
Hold on. We gotta adjust the lands just a tad.
Really? You don't think this is good?
We want 1 more plains and subtract the swamp.
Okay, I will do that. Now, if I can only remember how to do that.
What's the card type? Because we need some plains. It won't let us edit the deck.
No, well, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Let me just click on the lands.
See, 1 plains, we'll remove 1 swamp, I guess.
So 7 swamps, 6 plains, 3 forests.
Right, let's confirm and then double check. I always like to double check. Sometimes you just think you got it and you don't. So let's think here. So Rock Egg we want early. We don't. Vampire Nighthawk does not have to be completely early.
No.
3 Force sounds about right.
I'm really liking the Death Touch Scorpions in this.
Oh no, yeah, he's so necessary.
Especially since we have 2 of them. It's kind of amazing.
We have some way.
Well, I say for the sake of keeping the speed up, we just go for it.
Yeah, I think so.
So now we can save and continue, and we can at least start our campaign. As you can see, we get 3 more booster packs as we play through.
Yeah,
so one of this fight, one here, one here.
A much needed one.
Yeah. So let's start with our first fight, and we are fighting Garrick Wildspeak, and these guys draw from the same pool that we do. So these are all randomized draft, or not draft decks, but sealed decks.
Yeah.
Well, not entirely randomized, because they are more focused on their color.
Yeah. Okay, this is a pretty good hand.
So we have a fairly good starting hand, 4 lands and 1 of each color, which is the most important.
Oh yeah, and double black, like, we can't ask for anything better than this.
We also have Gravedigger with us, and a Griffin for a flying monster, and a Sentinel Sliver.
Yeah, this is great. We snap keep.
Yeah, we are definitely keeping this hand. I just like to explain why.
Yeah, no. Makes perfect sense.
So he gets the first play, and unlike a lot of Magic card players, I actually prefer taking the draw. Because if you're going to get mana flooded, it's better if it happens right away.
Well, I understand the reasoning. You're going to play a black.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I understand the reasoning, but in today's meta game, because creatures are so good now, and you want to be able to deal with, or like at least have a leg up on board position over hand control, you really want to take the play most of the time.
I still never do.
Well, if
but
you're playing standard, please do. I will not question your judgment on limited. But oh boy, I've lost so many games today at the yesterday at the GP because I had to take the draw.
I'm supposed to be explaining what's going on.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much playing very basic. If at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter. I actually played this game during a mini tournament, or this card, and it absolutely sucked because I had absolutely no beasts. And we also picked up a Rampant Growth here, which is
believe
kind of ridiculous. The only thing that is worth playing right now is the Rampant Growth.
Yep. So we might as well play it.
The added benefit to this is in such a small deck,
we're gonna grab a black.
This will actually thin out our entire hand, our entire deck, allowing us to more easily get cards in our hand that we want, which is the unsung benefit of land fetch.
Yeah.
Most people see it as a quick way to get land. I also see it as a really good way to not worth attacking. I also see it as a very good way of making sure I get cards in my hand that I want.
Well, as much as it's true that it does thin your deck, one of the pro players mathematically proved that the difference is essentially insignificant.
Did he prove it in standard with a full deck?
Yes, he
because
did
the less lands you have, the more significant it is.
Yeah,
exponentially.
No, he did it with back in the days when there were these cards called the fetch lands, which were lands that basically you sacrifice to search for more lands, and a lot of people were going, you should probably run those in your decks because they thin your deck, but he basically went, no, it's not significant enough.
So I can't block this because it will just keep surviving. I could trade the unicorn for the sliver, but I think I have to block this with every creature that can.
Yeah.
So unfortunately he can kill my charging griffin.
Oh, it's okay. He'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be back. It's okay.
So let's skip attack here. Because there's nothing I can do, he will just instantly kill
for
this.
For anyone who is a Magic noob and wondering why the Griffin will be back, well, remember that reanimation I talked about earlier? Well, we have them in our hand.
2 reanimations. Well, one reanimation.
We're gonna
1.5
keep
reanimations.
the Rise from the Grave. Yeah, we have to double block that unicorn.
So we are forced to. He can allocate the damage as he will, and he used a Rampant Growth.
Or Giant Growth. Blowout. That's okay.
That is ridiculous. I was hoping... Well, just didn't think that was going to happen.
That's okay, actually.
Unfortunately, we've been drawing into way more lands.
I'd rather have this happen now than later.
Remember, we are getting a lot of lands out, so if we pick up some of our bigger cards, it is still very possible that we could do this.
Play your Gravedigger.
So Gravedigger will allow us to have a blocker as well as bring one card back to our hand.
I believe we just grabbed the Charging Griffin.
Yes, indeed. The Sentinel is decent because it has Vigilance, but flying, especially in a deck like a Forest deck, which has very little flying, is very much worth its weight in gold in this matchup.
Yeah. Well, this turn we're just gonna block that prize unicorn. Oh.
Oh, okay. We might very well lose this match, in which case we're going to just retry. Apparently he had like a perfect hand and draw order here.
Oh no, he did the wrong play.
No, he didn't.
This is totally the wrong play.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're so. In this situation, you pump your guy that is essentially unblockable because of the prized unicorn, and hit us for 9. But now he basically went, oh, I want. See, now he's just dead. We play Grave Titan and he has no outs.
So good thing here we have Rise from the Grave, which we can play to return our Grave Titan when he kills it, because he probably will kill the Grave Titan.
Yes, but that's okay because we'll stabilize.
Yes. But we have so we pretty much won.
Yeah, see, this is the ramp deck. You basically sit there and you're like, oh god, I'm gonna lose, and then you play your Grave Titan, you're like, oh wait, never mind, I won. It's so dirty. I love it.
Remember, in a smaller deck like the one we've just built, it's likely that you're going to see the same cards over and over again, even more than in a standard deck.
Well, actually, in standard, you can have 4 copies of Grave Titan, so you're more likely to see it.
True.
Alright.
I should have done that after, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It doesn't matter against the AI, but for those of you who want to be pro Magic players like me, that's not true at all.
I decided to attack with all here because he might trade off for a Grave Titan, but either way it doesn't really matter since we get 2 more zombies, or for a zombie, because we get 2 more every time we attack.
Mm-hmm.
So this allows us to have blockers for next turn as well as do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Control, then that creature fights target creature you don't control.
Oh, well,
so he's
gonna kill something. He's gonna kill something. Okay.
Ermagerd. That was not a very impressive play at this late in the game.
No, not really. Well, you can play a sliver. Too bad he doesn't have any more slivers.
Slivers, by the way, improve each other. If you've read any of the cards, sliver creatures you can control get +1/+1. The one we've played already is Vigilance. I've seen others that are Haste and First Strike. First Strike being my favorite of all the slivers.
Oh,
it's kind of a mean
good
one. So I'm just going to continue here, move immediately onto my attack.
Don't attack with everything, though. At least keep 1 blocker back.
I will indeed. And the second I attack, I will get 2 more Grave Titans, or 2 more Grave Titans.
Yes.
Infinite Grave Titans. 2 more zombies. Now that I've listened to you already, I see no point in having kept 1 blocker back, because one of them would have died. Anyways.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, you're right. I was being silly because I forgot about the prized unicorn's effect.
Yeah.
But since you block with the prize unicorn, keeping it 1 back is actually not the worst now. Oh, that pacifism so doesn't matter.
So, what I could do with the pacifism if I wanted to... Could I win this turn? No.
You cannot.
I'll play my swamp, continue, and I will just go ahead and swing with everything. I'll have 2 blockers for next turn anyways.
Yep.
So I'm going to attack with all here. He will probably block the Grave Titan in order to stay alive a tiny bit longer.
Yeah, you chump?
No,
he's
okay.
just not chump blocking.
Sometimes the AI in this game can be a tiny bit stupid, I must admit. I prefer playing against players, but to do that, especially in this sealed mode, it's best to have completed the entire campaign to get all the card advantage you can.
Yeah. Well, we might do some PvP once we're done campaign mode.
Seems likely. It's a good game to do PvP in. So, main phase coming up. He is going to play an Oaken form, which basically just enchants a creature to make it pretty damn powerful. So now he has a 6/6.
Which we will immediately chump block, or not, I guess.
Or which we will immediately pacify.
Well, yeah, we will pacify that and just, you know, go on and win the game.
So he has 4 damage left. There's no way he can block everything we have. To add insult to injury, I will play my Steel Egg. Don't show this tip again, please. And you know, I will also rise from grave myself. A Gravedigger.
Yeah. Value Town.
Because I like overkill. Shut up.
So much value. Now watch as he fogs as we try to kill him, and we'll be like, "Oh, really?"
So because I like overkill, I just went all kinds of nuts with the revival there. The great thing about this game is that you can kind of cascade revivals into each other.
Yeah, you can do that.
So even though it's a very simple deck, it kind of has its own built-in weird little combos.
Yep. Man, the AI doesn't know how to concede, just like certain players.
So I have won this game, and this is going to call it for the first episode. I have unlocked a new booster. I will at least show you what is in the booster.
And then we'll tell you the changes in the next episode, I guess.
So let's go to Deck Manager here and see what we have done, what we have gotten.
Oh, another sliver.
Nightmare. Nightmare is equal to the power
It's
of...
actually not that great.
No, that is not very good for us. But we do have a splash of green, so let's see what we have here. Nothing good. And we do have quite a bit of white. So what do we have for white?
Whenever you text tap, yeah, I'd play him.
Master Diversion.
Yeah, he's fine.
Is
We'll
pretty good.
probably add him. We can maybe not the charging griffin.
No, one more charge. Spirit Mantle. Protection from creatures.
Probably.
That's actually a really good card for our deck.
Going in because it allows us to defend better.
Well, can you imagine if we put that on a Grave Titan?
No, you see, if you put that on a Grave Titan, it's overkill. You put that on your Death Touch Scorpion so they can block forever and kill things forever.
Oh, yeah.
That Sentinel Sliver will likely make it into the deck.
So, very likely next time you will see more of an even balance between white and green, white and black.
Hopefully.
So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next time.
Post questions if you don't understand.
Because we don't explain enough.
There's a lot to this game, though.
Indeed there is. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys.